We ended up winning the second match, and I was able to get the top honorable kills in my team in the third match. What is up, everyone? WoW Classic! Everyone is still playing this, right? Yeah, I know. It took me a while to post the video. I was busy, submitting a PhD thesis.
No one cares!
So it took me like 4 months to level up a character. Anyway, it's nice to be back. I finally have time to play. And today's video is about PvP preparation when you are a fresh 60. I'm currently going through that, so I thought I might as well share my experience. After investing a ton of hours playing a 15-year-old game, paying 13 euros every month, and getting ganked every 5 minutes, I finally made it. I turned level 60 with my Warlock. My first ever character in WoW Classic. Leveling up, I always knew that I wanted to go for PvP with my Warlock. But now that I am finally level 60, I feel overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you're able to do and that you need to have in order to get to a decent PvP level. So as a complete planning geek that I am, I started preparing a plan to try to be PvP ready as soon as possible. The list of priorities of the stuff that I need to do is... Number 1. Get my epic mount. Because the extra speed is going to be crucial to not only keep up with your team, but also to get the fuck out of the situation without lagging behind. Number 2. Establishing a farming routine to get materials I need to produce consumables. This routine includes getting cloth for rune cloth bandages, ingredients to make food, and of course soul shards. Number 3. Maxing out professions based on necessity. As primary professions, I have both tailoring and enchanting, which are decent professions to make gold and improve my own gear. I know, engineering is better for PvP. As secondary professions, I heavily benefit from stamina and healing, therefore it's good to always have some giant omelets to get that extra stamina, and also bandages to patch myself whenever necessary. Also, fishing is useful when combined with your cooking profession to get access to new recipes. Number 4. Finally, taking the time to actually practice my PvP skills. Although it is very likely that I'm going to be owning the first PvP matches, especially without a pre-made group. However, ranking up will allow me to get the PvP equipment, which is probably going to be much more effective than what I'm using right now. So now what? I started the day looking for tailoring recipes that I could use to create stuff and then sell for a profit. The first thing that I plan to do every time that I can, which grants me around a 10 gold profit, is creating mooncloth and then selling it. So I bought some fell cloth, then asked the mage for a portal to Darnassus, traveled to the nearest moonwell, created mooncloth, and then a heartstone back to Ironforge. Today is going great! After that, I noticed that I could make a shiny fell cloth bag to sell for that sweet 25 gold profit. I then realized that as an enchanter, I can make enchanted leather instead of buying it, reducing the costs. However, I had to travel to Uldaman to train that skill. So in order to optimize my traveling, I went through Burning Steps to start the quest chain to get the Warlock epic mount. And then I got ganked by a priest trying to walk to Searing Gulch through Black Rock Mountain. I got back my body and ran for my life just to get ganked again by the same exact priest. I then spirit breathed and Searing Gorged and walked to Uldaman. 10 minutes later, I was able to reach Uldaman portal. And of course, I had completely forgotten where the Master Enchanter Trainer is inside Uldaman. So I wasted another half an hour. After finally realizing that the trainer only appears after you kill a bunch of scorpions, I spoke with the trainer only to notice that I don't have enough skill to train the Enchanted Leather skill. Today, I won't make the same mistakes as yesterday. Therefore, I'm going to first level up my enchanting to the required level, and also take all the dust and essences that I've accumulated over the levels to level up further if necessary.
Much smarter, such intelligence. Wow!
Since I was feeling so industrious, I took this opportunity to try to sell the enchants that I was going to do regardless, for just the sake of leveling up the profession. Nice! 1 gold! Once level 252, I traveled again to Uldaman and found the trainer. I trained the enchanted leather and thorium, as well as some other enchants that I needed to level up the profession. I leveled the profession to 265 and Hearthstone back to Iron Forge, finally being able to craft a shiny fellcloth bag. Feeling confident, I thought that I would do the first quest to try to get the epic mount as a Warlock, which is based on farming a bunch of Raging Beast's blood from mobs that also drop giant eggs. Nice! Although it was pretty useful, it took me more than an hour to complete the quest. In order to test out some farming spots for Runecloth, I traveled to Deadwind Pass and killed a bunch of ogres which have a high drop rate for Runecloth. I was able to get a stack of Runecloth in about 10 minutes or so, which is, I guess, decent enough. Deadwind Pass also allows for some very good fish to be captured, and I'm not referring to that kind of fish. However, in order to be able to fish in this area, I first need a skill of 300. Therefore, I had to level up one of my all-time favorite professions, fishing. This sucks! How can I make this more interesting? Yup, there's no hope. Okay, I'm close to 255. Okay, this time I'm going to get to 225. Oh, I love this game! Apparently this wasn't going to happen in Booty Bay. So I boarded the boat and started traveling towards Net Pagel, the master fisherman. However, I noticed that an unsuspecting rogue entered the boat, so as revenge, I had to take this chance to kill him.
Die, infidel.
Who is getting ganked now, huh? After a few minutes, I found Netpagel and a low-level Horde player right next to him, probably leveling up to 225 just like me. I was feeling very salty from getting ganked by the Horde, so I decided to test my Soulfire and Death Coil on the poor soul. However, it didn't feel that satisfying, so I stopped attacking and apologized to the man. Manier accepted my apology and we celebrated the momentary peace by fishing alongside one another. Once I got to 225, I got the quest to become a master fisherman. And in order to complete this quest, I had to travel around the world. I had to travel to Swamp of Sorrows, Booty Bay, Feralis, and Desolus to fish a very specific type of fish in order to become the master fisherman. Whoopee! Today it's Friday, the end of the week. Damn, I feel like I did so much and yet so little. However, just to hit it off, let's try to do some PvP. After all, that's what I'm here for, right? Oh god, this is gonna be fun. I'm currently using a Soul Link spec combined with improved drain life and fell concentration. So I'm basically trying to go for a tanky Warlock. Considering that my damage is going to be low anyway, I might just live long enough to be annoying as hell to the other team, right? So here I am, queuing for my first ever Warsong Gulch match in WoW Classic. Exciting! The first match was against a pre-made. So considering the lack of decent equipment, team communication, and most importantly the lack of my skill, the game was lost from the very start. I realized very quickly that even if it means losing flags, there's no point at going against a horde alone, especially in my case considering that I'm more of a defensive / supportive class type. Consequently, by sticking with my team the best that I could, the second and third matches went much better. Regardless, I still look like a headless chicken running around without knowing what to do, but oh well. We ended up winning the second match and I was able to get the top honorable kills in my team in the third match. Which, I know, it's not very important, it's not much, but it still made me happy. Let me tell you guys, those matches were chaotic. I did very poorly as expected, I guess, but damn it was it fun. I know that I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, which is important to start the whole PvP thing, but we gotta start somewhere, right? Hope you enjoy my progress in this game, and feel free to help a brother out. I mean, it's a vast and difficult game, and I have so much to learn from you guys, so feel free to share your advice. And remember, if you're having a bad day because you're not able to punch some noobs in WoW Classic, don't despair. Montas is here and you can watch him being worse than you. See you next week.